One of the things that people hold on to most is their sense of being damaged, their story about how they got damaged, why they're still damaged, and why they cannot get past their damage. I'm a health coach, and I've been working with people for almost 20 years on changing their lives for the better. And the story that comes up over and over and over again is different for each person, but it's the same story. What their stories say is, I am damaged. This is what happened, and this is why I cannot change. This keeps happening over and over and over again. I will have clients who touch back on their story over and over again for years, and I have to keep reminding them that this does not define who they are. Why do we do this? There's many reasons why we do this. Some of us, we had overbearing parents. And so what happens when we have overbearing parents or parents who were overbearing and didn't hear us, which usually happens together, we hold on to anything that feels like ours, right? We hold on to something as long as it feels like we own it, that no one can take it from us, that this is our definition and you can't have it. You can't change it. You can't change me the way that I was before. And we will do this with positive things or negative. It doesn't matter what they are. We don't even notice whether they're positive or negative. We just feel a sense of empowerment when we hold on to something and don't allow an outside source to change that about us. And that will come from a few different things, like I said, but our parenting, our source parenting, right? If we weren't heard, if we didn't feel represented. Two, the biggest one is that we have not spent time creating ourselves for who we really are in our lives. And so we hold on to these old limiting beliefs because we need something, right? It's important for us to feel that we have a definition. It's important for us to feel connected to something that's familiar. And a lot of times, if we haven't taken the time to do the self-work to create a new us, then that old definition keeps replaying because it feels like us, right? When we don't replace the old negativity or the old sense that we don't matter or that we're powerless, if we don't replace those things, then they just keep going. Those limiting beliefs, those stories about why we're damaged keep going. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. When I talk to people, when I've talked to clients who come to me for change, they come to me because they're in physical pain. They come to me because they're frustrated. They come to me because they're in mental anguish. And the biggest roadblock that we have, the biggest kind of, not argument, but there's like a clash of energies there, is around their story. They will fight tooth and nail to hold on to that thing. No matter how gently I put it, if they're not ready to change, then they don't let go of the old damaging thoughts, the old damaging story. Okay. And so we keep coming back to it and coming back to it and coming back to it. And the fascinating thing is that as a person's trying to grow and go forward, there's that intention like, hey, I'm doing something, I'm changing, I'm going to see someone. This is good enough almost, because at the same time, they're pulling back. They're going forward by seeing someone, they're going forward by doing some of the work, but then they're also pulling backwards at the same time by holding on to these old beliefs. Oh, I had an accident, or, that's why I'm like this, or my father was overbearing, that's why I'm like this. My family's dysfunctional, this is why I am the way that I am. Oh, I was in a terrible relationship 10 years ago, that's why I have no self-confidence. You see, so these stories are important. They are. We have to look at them and recognize them. But in order to move into self-empowerment and to lose the old pain and old limitations, we have to drop them. Okay, so let me take a look at my notes here, make sure I'm covering everything. Limiting beliefs are so quiet that we don't even notice them. We feel as if we're just living our lives and we're just being ourselves. But these limiting beliefs are in the background, informing us about who we are still. See, they're on a tape. Our limiting beliefs are on a repetition tape. They're just going and going. And unless we step in with empowerment and intention to say, hey, wait a second, I see that story and I see how it's created my current circumstances. I'm going to start stepping up and creating a new story. And the way that we do that is by focusing on who we are, who we want to be. We have to create that step by step by step. And it isn't easy. So holding on to these old limiting beliefs is a way that we stay away from the work, right? Maybe we're afraid of change. Maybe we were taught as children, or even in recent years, that trying to be different gets punished. Trying to be better than other people or trying to be better than we were gets punished, right? And so we take these lessons in. These become internal lessons that we don't even notice anymore. We don't notice them. But we have to reformat. It's like a reboot, right? We've got to say, oh, we see that. I see that. I'm going to say, actually, you know what? Change is good in this case. We have to rewrite, right? We rewrite by journaling. We rewrite by meditating. We rewrite by having conversations that are honest about it with ourselves, with other people. We allow other people who know what they're doing to call us out. And we put our ego aside for a bit and say, oh, you're right. Actually, I am holding on to that old story. It's putting ego aside and filling that space with a new story of who you want to become. This is how we rewrite limiting beliefs and limiting thoughts. This is it. I mean, really, I think it's about as simple as it gets. So if you're holding on to an old story, if you find yourself repeating the story about the ex, the story about family of origin, the story about the thing that happened to you 3 years ago, if you find yourself repeating it, ask yourself, what do I need from this? What do I get from repeating this story? What do I actually get from it? What does it do for me? Why am I repeating it? Right? And then once you uncover the need underneath the repetition of the story, you can find other things that you can do that are healthier for you that will fulfill that need as well. Okay, a couple things. If you're looking for a health coach, if you're looking for someone who can help push you past your current set point, if you want to grow, be happier, be more fulfilled in life, I am a health coach. I am an intuitive counselor. I do sessions. I have programs. You can go to my website at raisethebarwellness.com. I'm also on Facebook as Raise the Bar Wellness, and I do a lot of posting on Instagram for busy moms. So if you're a busy mom, check me out on there. I also have a woman empowered group on Facebook. So come check me out. Be proactive. I'm here. There's lots of people here for support. Everybody has gone through limiting beliefs. I still have them. I still work with them on a regular basis. All we got to do is start waking up to them. That's the first step. Okay. Please like this video. Please share it with anyone you think might need it. I am really happy you're here. I hope to see you again tonight. This is Monday the 15th. I've got a live interview that I'm doing with a mom of 4 who also runs her own business. That will be at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's Arizona. So chime back in. I'll be here on YouTube and I'll be in my Women Empowered group on Facebook. Hope you come and listen to the video. Have a great day. Thanks again.